Here we are again with our InDesign file. I realized that when I did the last video, I forgot to add an image onto the cover. So that's okay. What I'll do next is I'm going to add an image onto the title. And we're going to do it in a different kind of a way. In all of the other examples, we did a drag and drop. So this time, we are going to this time we're going to place it manually. So we're going to select the box. I don't know why. Okay, here it's cool. We're going to select the box. You look at the properties bar, it has a stroke of 1 point, and that's fine. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the main menu, File. I don't know what is the matter with my computer. Okay, thank you. File, and then Place, or Command D on the Macintosh, Control D on the PC. Place. This time we're going to go over to our folder and manually look for an image for, I don't remember which one I wanted to use. Let me look in Bridge. I'm in my favorites folder, and I'm going to use this one, people number 7. Okay, that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to look for people number 7 right there, and then you're going to click Open, and people 7 will now appear inside this page based on the layout that we had created. So just like before, if you wanted to scale this down to make it fit properly, just double click it to call up the brown box and then move it down to make it fit inside the page. That looks pretty good. So that's the title page. This is our design from the previous lesson. We created the frame first and we dragged the images inside of that. And in this one, we dragged the images directly from Bridge right into our layout. So what if you wanted to make a modification? Let's say, for example, you don't like the coloration on her and she looks a little bit too dark. So we can make that modification inside of Photoshop. Because all of these elements are not actually embedded inside the book itself, right now they only exist as links. So to make a modification to this, because maybe the shadows are too dark, I want to change the tone, I'm going to select the item, and then I'm going to right-click it with a mouse or Control on the Macintosh, or right-click it with a PC, and then a pop-up will appear. Then you're going to go all the way down to Edit Original, or you might need to go to Edit Original With. So go to Edit With, and then choose Adobe Photoshop, which at this point is the default. And then right away, Photoshop will open. And this is going to be the image that is the original source. And from here, if you like to make it a little bit lighter, because in here you see it's too dark, I'm just going to go to the Layers palette, Image, Adjustment, Levels. Look at the histogram and open up the middle values to become a little bit brighter. Say OK. Save it. Higher quality. Close it. Go back to InDesign. The lighter version now appears. Let's say you wanted to actually make a modification, like here. You take this one, we're going to add a little exclamation mark inside the drawing. So right-click it, Edit With, or Edit Original, because the default is the Photoshop. The file opened up. Oh, no, it didn't work. Okay. Then go back to here. Sorry about that. Click Edit With Photoshop. Here we go. So now I'm press B for brush. And then you could just, I hate doing this, but sorry, Chris Van Allsburg. I just want to show you how you can make modifications to your artwork. Save it. File, save. Let's not close it, okay? We'll keep it open for now. Save it. And then we're going to go back to InDesign, and it will automatically appear. Why did it appear? Because it's a link, okay? And the links will automatically get updated. So let me just close this. So right now, everything looks good. I made that modification, and because the Photoshop file is still open, I'm going to undo that because I really don't like making that kind of a change. So I'm going to go back to this file, and I'm just going to undo it. Command Z, Command Z, and then I'm going to save it again. File, save. Let's take a look at InDesign, see what happens, because we just saved that file. And you'll see that it's still there. But you'll also see something that looks like an exclamation mark up on top. And then down at the very bottom, you'll see that there is one error. That error was caught by InDesign because what had happened was we made a modification to this file in Photoshop, but we did it without going through that edit original. We actually literally modified it inside of Photoshop and saved it in Photoshop. So InDesign is now noticing that there is something inconsistent. It's really known as a link that needs to be updated. So to fix that, you have to open up yet another palette. Go to Window in the main menu, look at the links. And the link palette will show you every single item that was placed inside of our book. On the left-hand side is the image with the title. On the right-hand side will be the page number where you can find it. And this was the file that is problematic. So click it, and then you're going to go down to the icon that looks like a circle, and that means Update Link. So when you click it, it'll automatically update to the latest version of this file, which is actually the same drawing without the talking bubble. So there it is. Now it's updated, the exclamation mark is gone, and there's no more errors. So the links palette is really kind of handy, because if you would like to see where particular drawings are, you could just double click, or actually single click the page number on the far right hand side, and it'll take you right to the image itself, automatically highlighting it using the brown box, which is kind of handy, because now you can actually go through each one now and then modify them. Make sure you hold down the Shift key. You can even do things like you could just take this, let me make this a little bit larger, with the Shift key down. You can even hover your mouse outside and you can rotate it to rotate the image if you choose to do that. And it'll do all that and still maintain the hierarchy of the original image placeholder box. So that's the links palette. That's how you can modify the original placed artwork in Photoshop, and it'll automatically be reflected in your book. Okay, thanks for watching.